Welcome in English class. Today our last tense of present tense, which is present perfect continuous tense. To go to the present perfect continuous tense, first of all we will see the little recap, some recap about the present perfect and present perfect continuous. But why? Because if we are through the recap we can understand the present perfect continuous tense properly, because present perfect continuous tense is the combination of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. So we are going to take a recap of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. So for that we take the examples on the timeline. First of all, through the example we can recap it easily. Example is I have played. Can you recognize the tense of the sentence? Yes, this is perfect tense, present perfect tense. How can you recognize this? By the auxiliary, which was auxiliaries of the present perfect tenses has and have. So through the auxiliaries you can easily recognize the tense that this one is present perfect and the next one is there is verb third form. So through this way you can easily recognize the tense of the sentence have and verb third, that means this is present perfect tense. So what is perfect tense? As I have told you earlier that perfect tense means that the action has been done some time before when you speaking about the action. Let's see an example on the timeline. If I said that I have played, that means this is the time of speaking. From here present tense is continue, so that means I am here telling you. Okay, so that means I have played just before the time of speaking. आपके बोलने से थोड़ी देर पहले ही आपने वो काम शुरू किया था और उसको फिनिश कर दिया. You have done the work, done the action perfectly. Okay, so it was the present perfect tense. Now next is I am playing. Here I am taking the same example in the next tense. So can you recognize this tense also? Yes. With the help of the auxiliaries and the form of the verbs we can easily recognize the tense of the sentence. So here am, is, am, are the auxiliaries of present continuous tense. So here this is the auxiliary and here verb first plus ing. You can say present participle form also. Okay, so is, am, are and with verb first plus ing, so your tense is continuous. That means here with the name of continuous you can, here the meaning of that tense is shown through the continuous term. Continuous means that the action is still continuing, that the action you will start in the past, you had started in the past but still continue in the moment of the speaking. See on the timeline means you have started the work here but it is still continue in the present. Okay, you have understood the difference between the perfect and the continuous. Perfect tense के अंदर आपने प्रेजेंट से कुछ टाइम पहले उस काम को परफेक्टली फिनिश कर दिया था. ओके, इन द परफेक्ट टेंस. बट इन द कंटिन्यूअस टेंस आपने प्रेजेंट टाइम से कुछ पहले यानी कि प्रेजेंट मोमेंट से एट द टाइम ऑफ द स्पीकिंग से पहले आपने उस काम को स्टार्ट किया था और वो स्टिल कंटिन्यू कंटिन्यू है आपके प्रेजेंट में, व्हेन द मोमेंट ऑफ द स्पीकिंग द वर्क इज गोइंग ऑन, आप जब बात कर रहे हो तब भी वो स्टिल कंटिन्यू है. ओके, सो दीज आर द परफेक्ट एंड कंटिन्यूअस. हियर द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ परफेक्ट एंड कंटिन्यूअस इज प्रेजेंट perfect continuous tense. We can take the perfect and continuous together to frame present perfect continuous tense. So here the auxiliaries of this tense is has, have, according to the singularity and plurality of the subject. Then wait for here, I have taken that has, have from the perfect tense. Okay, and verb first plus ing form, that means verb fourth form, that form I have taken from the continuous tense. That's why I told that we can take that both tenses together to frame present perfect continuous tense. Okay, but here is a one difference. When we can take after has, have always been. It is the bridge between the perfect and continuous tense. Okay, be here, been is the bridge. It works as a bridge between perfect and continuous. So the structure of present perfect continuous tense would be subject plus has, had plus be plus verb fourth form, means verb first plus ing. You can say it present participle also. Okay, and at the last since or for oblique time that have given or not, that will be introduce you later, and at the last object. Okay, now you can recognize the tense on the timeline also. Here from this tense you can understand that your tense, your work is started from here. Okay, and it is still continue. Okay, here same, but in the continuous tense you don't not get the time, the duration when the work will started or when the work will finish, like that. But in the present perfect continuous tense you will get the time also. What is the difference between continuous and perfect continuous tense? The difference is, in that case work is still continue. आपका जो काम है वो कंटिन्यू फॉर्म के अंदर है, बट इट इज आपके उसके ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करता, आपको टाइम की बाउंडेशंस के साथ नहीं वो करता. लेकिन जो आपका परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस का जो काम होगा वो पहले से स्टार्ट होगा, उसका रिजल्ट आपको हो सकता है आप जब बात करें जो फिनिश हो चुका हो सकता है वो स्टिल कंटिन्यू भी हो, लेकिन उसका जो इफेक्ट होगा वो आपको आपके प्रेजेंट तक दिखाई देगा और आपको उसके अंदर टाइम ड्यूरेशन का पता चलेगा. Okay, so for that I have take that same example. I have been playing. Okay, I have been playing. So this is the three tenses. First is present perfect, second one is present continuous, and the third one is present perfect continuous, which is the combination of perfect and continuous tense, but there is a single difference between. Here being works as a bridge between the perfect and the continuous tense to frame present perfect continuous tense. Okay, first of all the basic structure of that tense is subject plus has oblique have. As you know that has comes with singular subjects and have will come with plural subject, plus be, it works as a bridge, and then verb first with ing and then object. Okay, so This is the basic structure of present perfect continuous tense. Now, as you know, the format, the structure of the tense will be changed according to the type of the sentence. According to the type of the sentence, the structure of the tense will be changed. So, now we are going to make some sentences, means according to the type of the sentences. So now with the help of this table you can understand how the structure of the tense will be changed according to the type of the sentences. इस टेबल के थ्रू आप इजी वे में समझ सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से जो स्ट्रक्चर है, बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है जो टेंस का, वो कैसे चेंज हो जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू द टाइप ऑफ द sentences. Now first one is, if you have a positive sentence, so means first take the subject and according to the subject you can use your auxiliary verbs and at the last your verb fourth form, means verb first plus ing form. So here first I am taking these subjects. These are plural subjects, so with plural always take have plus be plus verb fourth form or verb first plus ing. So to understand it better we can take an example. For example, I am taking a verb studying here. Okay, studying. So how can we frame the sentences? I have been studying. We have been studying. You have been studying. They have been studying. Similarly, if we have the singular subjects like he, she, it and any noun, so we can take has as auxiliary verb and then be and then verb fourth form. Okay, so we can take same verb here to frame the question, to frame the sentences. So how can we frame? He has been studying. She has been studying. It has been studying. Now take any name. What is now? Name of anything. So you can take Riya has been studying. Sia has been studying. Rahul has been studying. So like that, in this way you can frame a positive sentence of present perfect continuous tense. Now the next one is negative. Don't to worry to frame that type of sentences. You put the not between the auxiliary and the being, between the have, has a, plus on and in being, and your sentence will be negative. So say I have take the first plural subjects. So same verb I am taking here. So framing the sentences, I have not been studying. We have not been studying. You have not been studying. They have not been studying. Similarly, if I can take the similar subjects, so and take the same verb here. So the sentence will be, he has not been studying. She has not been studying. It has not been studying. And the take noun, Riya has not been studying. Rahul has not been studying. So on. Okay. So this is a pattern of positive and negative sentences. Now next one is interrogative sentences. How can you frame interrogative sentences? Don't to worry. Take the auxiliary verb at the first of the sentence and frame the questions. Take a look on that pattern. First of all, take auxiliary. If we have that plural subjects, take have at the first as auxiliary, have, then your plural subject, then being, okay, then verb fourth form and at the last question mark. If I take the same verb here, so how can we frame the sentences? Have I been studying? Have we been studying? Have you been studying? Have they been studying? If you want to make the negative interrogative sentences, this, then put the not here after the subject and before the being. Put the not here to frame negative interrogative sentences. This is the way to frame with the plural subjects. Now, if we have the singular subject, then take has as auxiliary in the first, has, then singular subject, then been, then verb fourth, and at the last question mark. So, if we take that similar verb here, so how can we frame the sentences? Has he been studying? Has she been studying? Has it been studying? Has Ria been studying? Has Sia been studying? Has Rahul been studying? Similarly like that, if we want that frame the questions in the negative interrogative format, put the not before the has or the subject and before the after the has auxiliary and the subject and before the be. So easily your sentence would be changed into negative interrogative. So how can we frame? Has he not been studying? Has she not been studying? Has it not been studying? Has Ria not been studying? Has Rahul not been studying, and so on. So in this way you can frame the sentences in present perfect continuous tense. Through this table you can understand that how the format of the sentences change according to the type of the sentences. Now the uses of that tense, present perfect continuous tense, where we can use this tense. Okay. First of all, as you know, in this tense we are using for and since. So first of all I am going to tell you the difference between the for and since, where we can use for and where we can use since. First of all, for is using for to tell the period and duration of time. आपको जो आपका एक्शन हुआ है, आपको ये बताना है कि कितने लंबे समय तक चला, आपको वो बताना है, तो आप किसका यूज करोगे? फॉर का यूज करोगे, फॉर पीरियड एंड ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम. ओके. बट इफ यू वांट टू टेल द बिगिनिंग, द स्टार्टिंग और द पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, देन वी कैन यूज सिंस. अगर आपको किसी भी एक्शन के स्टार्ट होने का टाइम बताना है, ठीक है, या उसको पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम बताना है कि व्हेन द एक्शन हैड बीन स्टार्टेड, सो आपको क्या यूज करना होगा? सिंस का यूज करना होगा. So this is the basic difference. I am going to tell you with the example. So here with these examples we can understand the difference of for and since. So first example is I have been studying for 2 hours. Means you have started the studying. आपने पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया था 2 घंटे पहले and you still continue. आप उसको अभी भी पढ़ रहे हो. सो इन दिस सेंटेंस थ्रू द फॉर आपने क्या बताया? ड्यूरेशन बताया कि आप 2 घंटे से पढ़ रहे हो. ड्यूरेशन, पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आपने बताया. सो टू एक्सप्रेस द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम और ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम वी कैन यूज फॉर. सिमिलर टेक द सेकंड सेंटेंस, शी हैज बीन लर्निंग इंग्लिश सिंस जनवरी. हियर इन दिस सेंटेंस वी आर टेलिंग द स्टार्टिंग टाइम, पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम ऑफ एक्शन. आपने क्या बताया है? इसके थ्रू आप वो क्या कह रही है कि मैंने सीखना स्टार्ट किया इंग्लिश कब से? जनवरी से, यानी कि उसने स्टार्ट किया. सो दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम एंड द स्टार्टिंग, फॉर द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ टाइम ऑफ एक्शन कैन यूज सिंस. सो फॉर द पीरियड एंड ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम यू कैन यूज फॉर, एंड फॉर द स्टार्टिंग time of action or point of time of action we can use since. So this is the basic difference in for and since. Here one question raised in your mind that we have used since and for in each sentence of present perfect continuous tense. आपके माइंड में ये क्वेश्चन पुट अप हो रहा होगा कि हमें हर सेंटेंस बनाते टाइम प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का यूज करना है, क्योंकि अभी इससे थोड़ी देर पहले जो मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था उसके अंदर मैंने सिंस और फॉर का यूज नहीं किया था, बट वो एग्जांपल भी किसका था, प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का था और एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट था. सो अब where we can use for and since and where we can not. आपको कहाँ पर since और for का यूज करना है और कहाँ पर आपको since और for का यूज नहीं करना है. So through the example we can understand it better. So through these examples you can understand where we can use since and for and where we can not use since and for in the present perfect continuous tense. Take a look on the first sentence. He has been dancing since the party began. Here you can see begin, that means the starting time of action. So that's why we are using here since. Here in this sentence you can recognize this, the type of the tense has, been and dancing. Has had plus been plus verb for present participle. Okay. Here I am using since. Take a look in the second sentence. I have been swimming, that's why my hair is wet. So here have been swimming. You can easily recognize the sentence. This is in present perfect continuous tense, but no since and for here. But still this sentence is in present perfect continuous. So what is the difference? And why we can take since here and why we cannot take since here? So basic difference is, if you have started some action in the past and the action is still continue in the present, so we can take since or for. आपने कोई काम पास्ट में स्टार्ट किया था लेकिन एट द टाइम ऑफ द स्पीकिंग भी वो आपका काम जो है अभी तक कंटिन्यू है, वहां पर आपको सिंस और फॉर का यूज करना है. ओके. लेकिन आई हैव बीन स्विमिंग, ओके, दैट्स व्हाई माय हेयर इज वेट. हेयर दैट मीन्स आपका जो स्विमिंग, आपका जो एक्शन था वो कुछ टाइम पहले फिनिश हो चुका, लेकिन उसका जो इफेक्ट है वो आपके स्टिल प्रेजेंट के ऊपर पड़ रहा है. ये तो आपका जो एक्शन था वो हुआ जो आपका पास्ट में परफेक्टली डन हो चुका, लेकिन उसका इफेक्ट क्या है कि स्विमिंग करने की वजह से आपके बाल गीले हैं. दैट इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ पास्ट एक्शन इन द प्रेजेंट. सो when your action is still continue, we are using since and for, but your action is stopped or done perfectly, but the effect of that action in present, so we cannot use since or for. Okay. Now take a look on the third sentence. I am very tired, I have been studying. So here you can easily recognize the type of the tense, have been studying. It is in present perfect continuous tense. So can you recognize what is the action and what is the effect? Which one is the action and which one is the effect? Yes, here it is the effect and it is the action. मैंने बहुत देर तक पढ़ाई की थी इसलिए अभी मैं थका हुआ हूँ. यानी कि आप पढ़ाई कर चुके हो, आपका जो एक्शन था वो डन हो चुका है, लेकिन अभी उसका इफेक्ट आपके ऊपर है कि बहुत ज़्यादा लंबे समय तक पढ़ाई करने की वजह से आपका जो है आप बहुत ज़्यादा थक गए हैं. सो दिस इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ योर पास्ट एक्शन. ओके. नाउ सो दीज आर द बेसिक यूजेस ऑफ प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस टू एक्सप्रेस the action which is still continue, started in the past and still continue in the present. आपका उस एक्शन को रेफर करता है कि जो आपने कुछ समय पहले स्टार्ट किया था लेकिन वो अभी तक प्रेजेंट में आपके साथ चल रहा है, आप उस काम को कर रहे हो कंटिन्यूटी के अंदर, तो आपको प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का यूज करना है और उन सेंटेंसेस को बनाने के लिए आपको सिंस और फॉर का यूज करना है. द सेकेंड यूज ऑफ दैट टेंस इज दैट your action has been done perfectly in the past but the effect of that action falls in present. आपने जो एक्शन पास्ट में किया उसका इफेक्ट आपके प्रेजेंट पर अगर पड़ता है तो भी आपको कौन से टेंस का यूज करना है, प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का यूज करना है, बट डोंट यूज सिंस और फॉर देयर. Generally, we are not using since and for that type of sentences where the effect falls on the present only and the action has been done perfectly in the past. जब आपका एक्शन परफेक्टली पास्ट में डन हो चुका हो और प्रेजेंट के ऊपर आपका इफेक्ट पड़ रहा हो तो जनरली हम सिंस और फॉर का यूज वहां पर हम नहीं करते हैं. सो these are the basic uses of present perfect continuous tense, and with these examples you have understood the uses better. Now don't forget one thing, when we are using since or for in the sentence, if you can take only last week, last month, okay, so what will come before here, last week, last month, it is the point of time, so since, okay. But remember one thing, if the article is given before the last, like that, the last week or dash the last month, then always for will come here, okay. If your time is given without an article, then according to the duration or point of time can use since or for. But if the article is given before the point of time, before the starting time of action, we always use for there if we have article the, okay. So don't forget this rule before using since and for in the sentences of present perfect continuous tense. As you know, the basic difference of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense, present perfect means that the action has been done perfectly in the past, and in perfect continuous that the action which has started in the past but still continue on the time of the speaking. But here any verbs are there that not properly probably not used in the present perfect tense and generally used in only in the present perfect continuous tense. These verbs are stay, sit, stand, study, lie, learn, live, rest, wait, and so on. So through the example you can understand it better. I have stood here for 2 hours. If I can take the same example in the perfect continuous tense, so I have been standing here for 2 hours. Okay, I have stood here for 2 hours. It is probably not too correct to pronounce, but if I have been standing here for 2 hours means it is probably correct. आप अगर इस टाइप से सेंटेंस को बोलते हो इन परफेक्ट टेंस, सो ये कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगता, कुछ करेक्ट वे में नहीं होता. बट अगर इस इन वर्ब्स के साथ अगर आप इनको किसके अंदर बोलोगे, इन प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस के अंदर बोलोगे तो वो प्रोबेबली ज़्यादा करेक्ट माने जाते हैं. सो आई हैव बीन स्टैंडिंग हियर फॉर 2 hours, इट इज़ द करेक्ट सेंटेंस. So I am very happy that I have finished all present tense here. So in the next video we will start our past tense, simple past tense. So till then, enjoy your study and focus on the all tenses, present tenses, and do your exercise of your book in Compacta. So thank you till then.